same time you are following your classes. I think very well. So, you know that we are discussing the topic of state and sovereignty. In our last class, we try to understand the definition of the state given by different political scientists. In our last class, we discussed the definition of Garner. That is the brief explanation for the definition is that there shall be a population. That population may be more or less, and they are living in a fixed territory. The territory either be independent or under the external control, and that territory is governed by a government. The inhabitants of the territory, that means inhabitants means people, those who are living within that territory, always obedient to the government. This is the basic aspect or brief, precise description of the definition of the state. So, through that definition, we have devised the elements of the state also. The first one, there is the population less or more numerous in number. So, the first one is the population, and that population are the people of that area living in a fixed geographical area. That is technical terminology. We can call such area is nothing but called as the territory. And that territory is ruled by the government, and that government or the state is having the power of sovereignty. Because of that only the area people obedient to the government. In this way, from Gardner's definition, we are able to trace the elements of state. So, in our last class, I told you elements are nothing but characteristic features. If any state is possessing these elements, then we can say that that state is a full-fledged state, as like of human beings, how they are going to possess different organs. So, in our today's class, we are going to discuss about these elements. So, first one is the population. You know that population is nothing but people of the state or people of the country. We also know that without population, a state may not be called as a state also. For example, if you take the concept of the desert is there. Desert, why it is called as desert means there is no population. Antarctica, for example, that may not be considered as the state because as it is not having the composition of different people. So that we may first and foremost consider the that a state must and should have the people or population. Either they may be in large number or may be in small number. This is the first aspect of the population. This population is also composition of different people, different cultures. In this way, that is cumulatively one of the element of the state. For example, if you take in our population, there in our civics terminology, particularly two types of people will be there. One is the citizen and other one is the alien. Here you may have a question about what is the difference between the citizen and alien. Citizen is the native person who born and living in his native country. For example, we are all the citizens of India. Whereas alien is the person who was migrated from foreign country. He is called as the alien. In this way, according to their religion, their language, the people may be major, minor, like this. Based on their religion, they are going to be categorized. So, here we can limit this discussion to this extent only. Properly, you should understand the difference between the citizen and alien. Alien means those who were migrated from other country and settled in our country for a while or permanently. Those are considered as alien. For example, so many people of our India migrated to America, Russia, Canada, China for their various purposes. Those are treated as aliens in that particular country. So here there is next question is going to arise regarding the concept of the population. How much the population should be? How much? How many member? In definition we said that there shall be less or more. But how much? Less means how many? More means how many? This is the again question is going to be raised. But for this aspect, the political scientist definition views are very different. Especially old classical political scientists expressed regarding about the population of the state one view, and the modern political scientists expressed the opposite view to the old political scientists. For example, if you take the Plato, he is one of the primary person who developed the concepts of the political science. According to his opinion, there should be 5040 of a population in a state. He randomly fixed. There is no scientific measure, but he fixed the quantity of a population of a state as 5040. Whereas you know that Aristotle He is the father of political science. He never going to fix the boundaries for the population of a state. But he always said that population is according to the area of the state. Neither be too large, neither be too large, nor be too small, nor be too small. This is the aspect of the Aristotle. Whereas Rousseau, one more political scientist, said that there shall not be a population more than the aspects of the state. That should be according to the limits of the state. In this way, the old political scientists randomly, without any scientific proof or measure, expressed their opinions regarding about the quantity of the population of a state. It is randomly fixed one. But nowadays, the modern political scientists, economists always feel that the population of the state should be according to the resources of the country. How much resources are available, accordingly there should be the population. Neither be large nor be small. In our general life, we can also see these different types of states or countries in our world. For example, you take China, India, most populous countries, whereas other less populated countries also there, like Canada. Like these are less populated, these are the more populated. This is the category nowadays we can take into account. So whatever it may be, we can say that population is one of the first and foremost important essential element of the state. And the next aspect is the territory. What is territory? First you try to understand the meaning of the territory. Territory is nothing but calling as the fixed geographical area. Fixed geographical area or portion of a state where the people are going to live. Where the people are going to live. Such fixed geographical area is nothing but called as the territory. Here the people are permanently occupied such territory. For example, we may roughly say that Indian territory is like this. North side frontiers boundaries are there, south side boundaries are there, east side boundaries are there. Like this, we just imagine the territories of our country. So this fixed geographical area is nothing but calling as the territory which was permanently occupied by the people. This is nothing but calling as territory. Without territory, even though people are there, a state may not be called as a state. For For example, in our olden days, we always used to hear the people of nomads. These nomads are wandering people. They are going to go here and there, and they never used to stay at a particular geographical area or the territory. So that only we call them as the wandering group or people. Such nomads never constitute a territory. This is the basic aspect of the territory. And here also question arises, how long the territory may be, whether it may be too large or too small. Here also different opinions are there, but the conclusion is that either the territory may be too large or the territory may be too small. That is not the question. Even though advantages, disadvantages are there, but here that is not the question. The question is whether the territory is filled with resources like water, soil, mines, oil, are not there. This is the question. So that territory should be filled with all types of the resources like water, fertile soil, mines, ores, oil, so that the state can be developed very quickly. My dear, you have to understand regarding about the territory is that territory can be set in three aspects. That is the territory in land aspect, and territory in water aspects, and territory in space aspect. So, for example, if you take the land, whatever the mines are there, mountains are there, up to our waters, we can express the land territory up to that extent. For example, in our country, this is all considered as the land territory. Here, mines are there, mountains are there, ores are there. And the next one is the water territory. That is the extent of the sea water. Extent of the sea water. For example, out of our territory, there are seas are there, oceans are there. Over that seas and oceans, our India is having supreme power to some extent. That is nothing but calling as the territory in aspects of the water. For example, over the seas of our country, we have the power up to 12 nautical miles. 12 nautical miles of the extent. This is the aspect of the water. And just you try to gather this information. And the next thing is the space. What is the space? Space is above the land. Space is above the land. Whatever be there above the land, that is called as the space. Out above the land, our government is having some extent and power to control the space. over which other countries, other organizations are not allowed to intertwine. That is the aspect of the space. In this way, the territory will be considered under the aspect of the land, water and space also. Roughly you have to remember that space is above the land, water is over the seas. How far we have the power to control. Like Indian Ocean, we have the 12 nautical miles. And land, how far the miles, mountains, forts have been extended. Our government has the control over that area. This is the basic aspect. In this way, territory is nothing but called as the fixed geographical area that is permanently occupied by the people. Without territory, a state may not be called as a state. This is today's class. Just try to understand. Listen carefully. If you have any doubts, you can